Okay, G, my dear students, young entrepreneurs, young corporate executives, ladies and gentlemen, assalamu alaikum. आज का my topic is to see what is mental strength, how to become mentally strong, what are the characteristics which mentally strong people possess. To be precise and to be short, the definition of mental strength is to be able to develop a mindset, to be able to develop a mindset to cope with the life challenges, all right? So, this is the simplest definition. And mentally strong people are the ones who are willing to take on challenges, they are willing to take on hardships, and they learn from their mistakes and they move forward. So in this video, I'm just going to try to be, as practical as possible and give you some skills which probably would help you to become mentally strong, all right? Mental strong people are the ones who are willing to accept change. I mean, change is everywhere. I mean, in your corporate lives, you will come across changes. You will come across situations which probably you cannot control. At times of COVID, there were more challenges. At times of financial crisis, there are more challenges. But mentally strong people do not buckle down. They accept the challenges. They accept the realities and they move forward with it. They strategize things, they plan things, they work hard instead of just letting these situations overwhelm them. So this is something which is very, very important, and I think in a lot of corporate companies, I mean, you would see now there are some crisis management cells because the people were not ready for COVID. People were not ready for financial meltdowns. People were not ready, are not usually ready for these kind of catastrophes which probably hit the financial world. And this affects not the financial world, this affects everybody. This affects our normal livings, this affects our habits. So this is everything which probably at these times you need some more skills. I mean, these are things which happen and you have no control over them. So mentally strong people are able to adapt to them. They mentally prepare themselves to face these adversaries and these challenges. So that is number one skill these mentally strong people have. And the number two strength these people have is they have a very growth minded mindset. They do not have a fixed mindset. I mean, they know these people they work with, they have to develop them, they have to grow them, and in the same time they would see that they themselves are getting more and more stronger. So mental strength comes from having a mindset which is growth oriented. You have to learn. You don't have to just have a fixed mindset. No, this is I am the best. I know everything. In a lot of corporations, I have seen people with the same fixed mindsets really, making blunders, making a lot of mistakes. I mean, I can give you some good examples of companies which these leaders had a fixed mindset. Lee Iacocca was the president of Chrysler Corporation in America. I was there studying at the times. Chrysler Corporation plus other American corporations were in crisis. They were not being able to face the daily challenges because there was so much competition coming from the Japanese cars and the German cars and the European cars that the American cars had lost their market share. So Lee Iacocca initially came on TV and said, be Americans and buy American products. But initially it worked, all right? But initially it worked. But now when I look back and see the historical perspective of what happened, this man was totally fixated. He had a totally fixed mindset. And probably he was asked to leave the company in one important time because the sales had got down and this man was not willing to change. So what happened was that he thought that he was bigger than the company, and the company was going down, and he was not doing anything because he thought whatever he is doing is something best. But the market conditions were very different. So he failed as a corporate head, and the company suffered. So this is just one example I'm giving you of fixed mindset. But people who had growth oriented mindset like Jack Welch, the one I is my corporate management guru, and I have been teaching few skills of his in the classroom also, and I encourage you and all of the corporate executives and young entrepreneurs and students to read his book Winning. I mean, the book is all about growth mindset. It's all about teamwork. It is all about taking people together. It is all about developing people for future challenges or crisis. And he became one of the biggest American gurus. And Baki rest is history. And without going into too many details, he transformed General Electric. He was the chairman, CEO of General Electric Corporation for almost 10-15 years. So I followed him. I followed his successes, and I followed whatever he did. So there were a lot of good things, but he's one good example of growth mindset. So another point which I think is important for people who have strong, are mentally strong and they have strong minds, is they detach themselves from negative thoughts. They don't let these negative thoughts bother them. Their mind is like a fortress, and they decide which thoughts come to their minds and which leaves them. So they do not get bothered about the negativity or the negative thoughts which keep on bothering them. So it's very essential for us and for all of us to have a strong mindset and do not let these negative thoughts come in. So in order to be mentally strong, we have to think positive, we have to act positive, and we have to have a very positive image about ourselves. The next important point is that these mentally strong people are not afraid of challenges. They're not afraid of hardships. They thrive in conditions like this. They work out strategies, and they are able to not run away from the challenges. I mean, they accept them. They create a personality, and they develop a mindset which helps them to be able to cope with these situations and not just run away from them. They are able to somehow train their minds in a manner almost or daily situations. So whenever these critical times come, so they are ready for it. They are not taken by surprise. So the next thing they manage these mentally strong people do is they live in the present. They live in the present. They do not dwell too much on the past. They do not live in the future. They do not let any fears take over them. They are very much in the present. They are aware of the situations. They are aware of the reality. They are aware of everything in their lives, and they are able to cope with them. So it's just like being able to focus on present situation and living in the present. I mean, you have to develop a mindset to be mentally strong, to live in the present, to let go the past. I mean, let go the past, and future is not in your control, so don't worry about the future. Live in the present. आज की दुनिया में रहे, आज जो हो रहा है उसको प्रायोरिटी दें. आज के दिन के लिए सोचें, आज का सोचें. Don't worry about tomorrow. Don't worry about the past. So mentally strong people, they live in present. They're mindful of their present situation. So live in the present situation. And the next thing the mentally strong people practice is gratitude. They are always thankful. They are always thankful to people. They're always thankful. They always have a personality which is very welcoming. They always have a personality which is approachable. They always thank people. They always are there to help people. They always are there to greet people. They always are there to admire people. They are always there to thank Allah for their blessings. They are all blessings of today. They are thankful instead of worrying about what will they have tomorrow or what will they do not have tomorrow. They are thankful to God Almighty for what they have. They're not worried about things, or they do not compare their possessions with other people. They are happy in whatever they have. They feel good. They are always grateful. And that is what mentally strong people develop, a very strong habit of being grateful and practice gratitude in their daily lives. So that is how you become mentally strong, instead of always worrying about having this and having that and comparing yourself with other students and corporate executives, and he's driving this kind of a car, I should be also driving that car. Don't do that. I mean, this will always create a lot of uncertainty in your mind, and it will not make your mind strong. The mentally strong people are grateful. They practice gratitude. Okay, ji? So this is one other great point strong people have, and this will make you very, very strong. Okay. And second important thing is, the next important thing, not the second important thing, is the mentally strong people do not give their peace to anyone. All right. You often come across situations where you, in corporate meetings and management meetings and classroom sessions and whatnot, these strong people, they know what their values are. They know what their how to create an atmosphere of peace for themselves. They do not get involved emotionally into things. They know how to keep calm in situations where even if they get abused or they are not listened in the meetings and whatnot, they are able to maintain calm. They don't react instantly. That is exactly what I am trying to say. They take time to respond to people's comments and suggestions and whatnot. So mentally strong people know their healthy boundaries. They have very healthy boundaries. They have an aura around them which makes them very comfortable within themselves. They like their peace. They do not small things affect them. They do not get upset in traffic jams. They do not get upset when somebody annoys them. They do not get upset when somebody does not listen to them. They do not get upset when they do not get good customer service. So these are all points which are very helpful and healthy, which make people very, very strong indeed, mentally strong. इसीलिए इस तरह से बनते हैं, with these small habits. If you have these small habits and you develop these habits, you become mentally strong. Mentally strong people, ये नहीं है कि आपने कोई 200 kg weight उठाना है तो आपने mentally strong बन जाते हैं. Yeah, by having said this, I mean, it's like developing your muscles. I mean, if you develop your muscles, you go to gym regularly. Similarly, you slowly and steadily keep increasing weights to become more and more strong. Similarly, if you look at your mind, the mind also needs to be trained to be mentally strong. The mind needs a lot of training, and this is training. The points जो मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ, this is mental training to make you strong. Like exercises or gym training makes your muscles strong. So these skills which I am teaching you today are the ones, if you practice them, they will make you mentally strong, and these are skills which have to be practiced daily. ठीक है जी, but the most important thing to me, and which I think should be important to you also, is to be able to have courage, to be able to have wisdom, to be able to have integrity, to be able to have a very strong character. I think this is the need of the hour. This is the need of the situation, in present situation where we live in. You go to corporate life, you go to university, so much is happening. Businesses, you see, are facing a lot of challenges, a lot of hardships, whatnot, but do not lose your character. Character is something very, very important. Do not lose your character. Don't do things which other people are doing. Take care of your integrity. Your integrity is more important. Your ethics. The value system is more important. Don't get involved into petty things. Don't do businesses which compel you to do some malpractices. Don't get into this habit of accepting the system में ये हो रहा है तो जी मैं भी ये करूँगा. Don't do that. I mean, character is the most important thing in your life. If you lose your character, you lose everything. And wisdom comes with knowledge. Get information, read, develop yourself, develop your skills, develop your potential, capacity, capability. वो reading से आएगी. Your wisdom, you will become more and more wise when you read, and the courage comes when you have all these things, and you tell yourself, no, yaar, I'm not going to do anything wrong which is against my integrity, which is against my ethics, which is against my value system. This is the most important thing to me, and probably one of the most important skills and principles in life you have to become mentally strong. Otherwise, you will be a weak person like the rest of the people around you. That is the whole purpose. You need to develop your personalities and character to be so strong that nobody affects you, no situation affects you. I think this is something which really turns me on, and I get very excited and emotional about it. But I will do some videos exclusively on different things, different topics. But as I said in the beginning, I'm trying to be as concise and as practical as I can. Take 15-20 minutes initially, so people to understand and catch up. But hopefully, inshallah, in future we will have some more time, and I'll get some more topics, inshallah, and for your growth and development. Till then, thank you so much, and take care of yourselves. Okay.